Look, I'm sure this is all a big misunderstanding. I get that, wrong place, wrong time, but sitting here in silence ain't gonna help anybody. You gotta help me to help you. Two of my best detectives couldn't get a word out of you. If you wanna play it that way, it's fine by me. There's only one thing left to do.
Who's this?
It's Ernst. Listen, I know you're still on medical leave, but I need a favour. Got a suspect. Murderer. Need a confession.
I don't know. I'm still a little roughed up after the incident. Who's the Vic, anyways?
Local whore. Goes by the name Veronica Rivers.
I'll be right there.
You should come with me. I can protect you.
Good luck, Mr. Wood.
Detective Wood.
Chief Irons.
Jeez, what's with the hair?
I got stabbed, Paul. Between doctors and pills and rest, I haven't exactly found time for a haircut.
That's fair enough. Thanks for coming. Now, there's one thing you gotta hear. I've put up with your antics and turned a blind eye one too many times. This time we do it by the book. Keep that thing bolstered.
Johnny Walters, bank clerk, 30 years old. Says here 5 witnesses saw you fleeing the murder scene of one Veronica Rivers. Seems pretty damning to me. How about you? People like you make me sick. Says here she was stabbed 18 times. What? Didn't get her the first? Not the 5th? Took you 18 times to get what you wanted. You didn't want her to bleed. You didn't even want her dead. You just wanted her to suffer.
Bodily acid, Wood. Listen, kid. You've been in custody for more than 8 hours and you're still giving us the silent treatment. We have enough on you already, and our guys are out there collecting more evidence as we speak.
Tell us what you know. Paint a picture for us so we know what happened. Spare yourself the trouble, Johnny.
Let's start with your movements that night. Were you working? What time did you get off work? Did you go home?
Irons, a word.
Ready to talk now, shithead? Tell me, did she scream as you drove that knife into her chest?
No!
So you did do it?
No, I mean, I wasn't there!
Bullshit, you're covered in blood. I'd like to see how you explain that one.
Listen, you're not a bottom man. You're a white-collar guy. Let's start with your movements throughout the day. How did your morning go?
I woke up, had a cup of joe, and got dressed for work. I got a bus to the bank, and I worked all day. Pretty regular day by all accounts.
And what then?
I left work at 5 and went to this little watering hole on Lafayette Street. I had maybe a drink or two and started walking home. Next thing I know, I'm surrounded by a bunch of pigs, flashing their buzzers around and screaming bloody murder.
Look, I understand how that could be distressing for you. You've had a long day. You want to get home, relax.
What about the blood?
There was a fight at the bar. Angry guys, glass got smashed, one guy got stabbed and bled all over me.
Funny, you don't look like a guy fresh from a bar fight. So tell me what really happened. Maybe you go to the bar. Maybe you have one too many. Maybe on your way back home you decide to take a doll of a night back to your place and have some fun. But something goes wrong. Says here when you were apprehended you had only $5 in your wallet. Low on dough, huh? You couldn't pay, so you tried to rape her, didn't you? Only she put up a fight, so you had to kill her. You tried to take what wasn't yours, you pathetic slime. You're worse than pond scum. A filthy rat of this city, just like the rest of them.
Wood, this isn't what we talked about.
See that? That's my iron pointing out of your skull. With one pull, I could plaster your brains across the walls.
Not if you want to keep your job.
Listen, shitheel, don't think I won't do it. I've been on medical leave for months. This job means little to me compared to putting filth like you where it belongs.
What's your problem, huh? You get kicks out of interrogating innocent men? If I were you, I'd be more concerned with getting a haircut, you freak!
There are more important things than haircuts when there's a body in the morgue.
Wood, that's enough. I've had enough of this. You've been out of the game too long.
Look, I'm just in a lot of pain right now. If you could...
No, I should never have brought you in.
You asked me here because I'm the one who can do what no one else can. I'm the one who can make the tough choices.
Any more of this and you're off the force.
Off the force? Off the force? I am the force. There was a guy I knew once, in a previous life, name of Steel-Toe Joe, because he wore these big steel-cap boots everywhere. He didn't have to, mind you, he worked in a restaurant. No, he just liked the feel. He was introduced to me as Mommy's friend. She had a lot of those. He'd come around the house and offer me toys, candies and such. Which was always surprised me because he had a real mean face, you know? Had that look in the eyes like he just hated the world. See, I didn't know it at the time, but my mother was selling herself to Steel-Toe Joe to feed me. My mother. Prostitute. Wasn't long before Steel-Toe Joe stopped paying her. He'd force his way inside, up the stairs, and there was always so much crying. One day, my mother tells me to hide in the bathroom while she's holding a kitchen knife in her hand. Sure enough, Steel-Toe Joe forces his way in. I crack open the door just a sliver, just enough to see my mother put up a fight. But he crushed her skull in with those steel toes. And without so much as a faint whimper out of her, she was dead. My mother, the corpse. And so, Johnny, you can understand my anger when a prostitute winds up in the morgue.
What happened to him? Steel-Toe Joe.
Police picked him up, held him, questioned him, Couldn't get a confession and realized they had nothing explicitly tying him to the murder. So they let him go. So now, Johnny, I gotta ask, for all our sakes, just confess. Just confess! Confess, and everyone gets to keep their
Wait,
head.
think what you're doing. You kill him, you're done.
Say it! Say you killed her! I didn't do it!
Last chance.
Wait, we've been so blind. We don't even know if he's guilty.
You called me here because he was.
I've been a fool. I just wanted this case squared away as quickly as possible. I never stopped to consider the facts.
I've considered the facts. He's guilty.
If he's guilty, where's the murder weapon?
He had it on him.
Not when we picked him up.
Threw it away in a dumpster or an alley.
Our boys would have found it by now.
He did it. There's no two ways about it.
Here we go, you cocksucker. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What have you done?